Hey guys, welcome to BitBoy Crypto. I am your host, BitBoy. Today, we're going to be talking about something that actually occurred a couple of weeks ago, but I didn't feel like it really got a lot of attention, but I feel like it's something you need to know about. So we're going to be looking at DigiByte and Binance, their public scuffle between the CEO of DigiByte and CZ of Binance, and whether or not DigiByte's ever going to get listed. It actually kind of looks grim. But before we go any further, make sure you are a subscriber to our channel. We call our community the Bit Squad. All you got to do is click the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, smash the like button, actually drop a like while you're at it. We would appreciate it. And if you do and comment on this video, you get the opportunity to win $500 worth of merch and Ethereum this month and next month. Like and comment on all of our videos in October and November to get the maximum number of entries. Okay, guys, so tonight we're going to be looking at DigiByte. So DigiByte right now is coming in currently number 38 on coinmarketcap.com. It's up a little bit today, but of course that doesn't have anything to do with the video we're doing right now. But DigiByte is one that's really been charging through the top 100. It's had a lot of really good days over the last couple of months. Some nice candles and things like that. But one thing it has not gotten is a listing on Binance. Now, here is a story. This is actually from October 9th, so about 2 weeks ago. Bribery on Binance. DigiByte's Jared Tate blasts CZ over DigiByte listing demands. Now, this was done publicly on Twitter, which is kind of interesting. You don't really see this from a top flight project like DigiByte. Not everyone would say it's top flight, but I think it's a pretty good project. Going right at one of the most powerful people, if not the most powerful person in all of crypto. Binance being far and away the biggest crypto exchange right now. It's really hard to understand the logic of why someone would go at CZ unless there was definitely legitimacy to his claims. So here is the long and the short of it. The long and the short of it is that DigiByte approached Binance about getting listed due to a lot of polls that were done. Everybody wanted DigiByte on Binance last year, and they went to Binance, and Binance basically told them, yes, but we have a hefty fee, and DigiByte was like, oh, we're not paying a fee. And now we've gotten to the point where basically there are screenshots of CZ telling Jared Tate from DigiByte that he must apologize publicly to Binance and CZ, and then they will list the coin. So kind of in the middle of this, of course, is this big controversy about now Binance is actually taking all of the listing fees and donating it to charity. But I'm going to tell you why that's actually also a little misleading. Well, think about it. Any big business out there, right? How do they hide their money? Hiding is probably a strong word, but how do they kind of maximize their profit? Well, they take portions of what they bring in and they donate it to charity because it's non-taxable. People have been doing that for years and years and years. So it's no doubt that Binance, while coming off as doing something good, and yes, the money is going to charity, which is a great thing, but the motive behind it is surely not because Binance is some kind of social justice warrior-esque business. It's strictly because they're going to be able to get some kind of return by donating this money. So without further ado, let's go look at this tweet storm because it's pretty interesting. So there were a lot of tweets. I think there were 12 or 13 in total. He started out with only 8. But it says, it's time to set the Binance record straight and let the world know the truth. The Binance DigiByte story starts with us refusing to pay the listing fee last summer and fall and continuing to refuse to ever pay it for the last 12 months. Several key members, now this is a very crazy part of the story, several key members of the DigiByte community were accused of being Chinese spies last fall in WeChat groups attempting to undermine CZ. Groups none of us were ever part of or aware of since none of us use WeChat. Major miscommunication here. And by all indications, that seems to actually be correct. It was just a giant misunderstanding. No one from the DigiByte team was actually involved in these WeChat groups, which if you don't know WeChat, it's a Chinese messaging app. Kind of similar to Facebook Messenger in a way. So now we skip down to number 3. Binance used our social media attention for the Citibank Tech for Integrity event in 2017 to gain attention for itself after first launching. Several Twitter polls were won for DigiByte and a listing was promised on several occasions. Many members of the DigiByte community repeatedly filled out multiple applications of listing for Binance, jumping through many ridiculous and unprofessional hoops that are completely hypocritical considering projects they later added. Throughout the fall of 2017 and beginning of 2018, several fraudulent ICOs were added, pumped and dumped on Binance, further entrenching and frustrating many DigiByte community members. Don't necessarily feel like this is really relevant, but it was from the Syscoin, the crazy Syscoin situation where it like really went up super high, like unfathomably high for a couple of minutes, and then of course dumped right back down. Many of us realize this behavior is not sustainable on any exchange and holds back the entire industry from really thriving. Nevertheless, we attempted to bury the hatchet and encourage more positivity in the community. I was told this weekend if I publicly apologize to CZ for my mistakes of refusing to pay a bribe and calling out pump and dump activity, they might consider adding DigiByte in a few months. Now we dig in a little deeper, and this is where it gets like super interesting. So if it wasn't already interesting enough, right? I love the drama, I love the gossip. Let's hear it. For historical purposes, this was the request made directly by CZ to owning up to one's own mistakes on October the 8th. So that just occurred. The mistake of refusing to be extorted, the mistake of standing up for decentralized blockchain technology like DigiByte, the mistake of calling out pump and dump. So here is an actual message from, let's see if I can make it a little bit bigger while zooming in on the screen. Anyways, this is directly from CZ. It looks like this is on Telegram. It says, I don't ever recall seeing an apology being made publicly. He's asking for a public apology. Just peace offers or let's forget the past. I don't think we ever attacked DigiByte other than not listing it, but not going to get into a debate. There's nothing we require from DigiByte, and DigiByte will do well without Binance too. If DigiByte wants to list on Binance, a real apology would be good. Sounds kind of like the mafia. And we will review in a few months' time. The core members who made these comments need to apologize publicly. I think he means to apologize publicly. It's simple a matter of owning up to one's own mistakes. I didn't think it would require us to spell this out, but anyway, good luck. Kind of spiteful with the good luck and the exclamation point at the end. And of course, you got to understand, CZ, I'm sure, is also frustrated by this whole situation that's kind of made public. But here's what's really interesting. You look here. Now, this is on October 9th. Now, remember the Telegram message we saw was from October 8th. Now, of course, we have to extend some level of trust to Jared Tate that's legitimately CZ on Telegram talking with him. But on the 9th, it says, FUD, I never talked to, interacted with him. So do we have CZ dead to rights here on an absolute lie about talking to Jared Tate? I don't know, but I love the drama. It's really intense. This is really crazy. So anyways, Jared Tate goes on a little bit later to actually, as you can see here, give some more screenshots of some of the conversations that occurred in the very beginning of this whole saga when DigiByte and Binance were first, I guess, courting each other, you could say. I don't know, maybe the kids these days would say, I don't know, in their feelings or something, but whatever. When they were first trying to talk to each other and figure out what was going on, Binance was being like, yeah, we'll put you on, but we got a big listing fee. And DigiByte was like, yeah, we don't do listing fees. So I'm not opposed to listing fees. Obviously, some of them have gotten absolutely insane. If it's a centralized exchange, then yes, they're a business. They're going to want to make money. Obviously, decentralized exchanges are a little bit different. But a centralized exchange, I understand CZ wanting to get money from coins that get placed on there. Like, I get it. You're offering a service. We've seen all these coins that go on Binance pretty much get a pump at some point. So it's pretty easy to understand why he wants to have fees. However, the way that this publicly has played out, and I feel like this situation in particular kind of forced CZ's hand to make those listing fees donated to charity. However, keep in mind what I said at the beginning of the video. You've got to know Binance is also getting something out of that. Now, the point of this video is not necessarily for me to dog Binance. I use Binance. I actually like Binance a pretty good bit, but of course with all exchanges, there are some things that happen behind closed doors that you probably don't want to know about. The purpose of this video is just to show you guys the insanity of why DigiByte is not on Binance. This is one of the biggest projects out there. It has one of the strongest communities, and because of a disagreement and because of pride and egotism, a project that everyone should be able to freely buy on the biggest exchange in the world is not listed on there. So only time will tell whether or not DigiByte will be able to go on Binance. But like I said at the beginning of the video, it is looking grim. So if you do believe that DigiByte belongs on Binance, then drop a comment below and let's talk about it. Let's see who thinks that DigiByte's a scam, who thinks it's legit, who thinks it needs to be on Binance, who thinks Binance is right in this whole situation. Just love to have some comments down below and kind of get this conversation started. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Sorry I'm a couple weeks late on this story, but I did want to report it. Until next time, BitBoy out.